This Chapel don't have start.
Away they go with 24 fences ahead of them. Roundwood leads the charge to the first from Lancastrian Jet. Edmund is third, Paul's Run 4 and Jock's Cross close up on the inside, and just behind these is Sweep Gently with Irish Light and Saxophone. They're all safely over the first and heading towards the second fence, the first of the open ditches. Lancastrian Jet and Jason Titley on the inside of Roundwood. Edmund is there on the outside, just behind the Saxophone. Edmund, a mistake there at the ditch, but they're all safely over the second and going towards the top of the hill and fence number 3. Lancastrian Jet, the leader from Roundwood. Edmund in third, Saxophone 4 on the outer, and then Jock's Cross. Paul's Run is next, followed by Sweep Gently, and behind Sweep Gently is Foxchapel King. Lancastrian Jet, the leader from Roundwood. Jock's Cross made a bit of a mistake at that one as they reached the top of the hill. All 24 still in the race, turning towards fence number 4. And Lancastrian Jet with a 4-length lead. Roundwood's in second place, and third is Edmund, and behind Edmund in fourth is Jock's Cross. Behind Jock's Cross we have Saxophone on the outside of Sweep Gently. Another mistake there by Jock's Cross, and again all safely over. Fence number 4 running down the hill. Lancastrian Jet, the leader. Roundwood in second, then a gap of 3 lengths to Edmund. Edmund followed by Sweep Gently, Jock's Cross, Saxophone. Paul's Run is next, and then comes Northern Sound and Foxchapel King as they jump that downhill fence, and Jock's Cross makes another mistake as they go on now towards the second of the ditches, fence number 6, and it's Lancastrian Jet, the leader from Edmund. Roundwood and Sweep Gently takes a heavy fall. Paul's Run is also gone and brought down Paul's Run as they make the turn. Sweep Gently's rider Seamus Durak about to get to his feet as they go away from fence number 6 and come down towards the 7th. Lancastrian Jet, the leader, followed in second by Roundwood. In third place is Edmund. Saxophone is 4th, Jock's Cross is 5th, then Foxchapel King, and they're being followed by Northern Sound, and behind Northern Sound Red Marauder, feathered leader Commanche Court in mid-division as they continue on now towards the next fence. Ken Whelan also up on his feet after the fall from Paul's Run as they race down now towards fence number 8. Lancastrian Jet and Jason Titley leads from stable companion Edmund in second. Roundwood is third, Saxophone is just behind him. There's a gap then of 5 or 6 lengths to Foxchapel King, who's followed by Jock's Cross, and then Gillen Cove. They're followed by Red Marauder and Northern Sound, then Ardnett Taggle, Native Estates, Commanche Court on the inside, then Feathered Leader. Not far behind them is Irish Light as they come towards fence number 9. Lancastrian Jet, the leader, by less than 2 lengths to Edmund in second. Roundwood is third, Saxophone is in 4th place, and they're followed by Jock's Cross and then Foxchapel King and then Gillen Cove. And at this stage Bobby Joe is last but one, and his stable companion Native Status is last of all as they swing into the straight for the first time towards fence number 10. Lancastrian Jet is the leader, followed in second place by Edmund. Roundwood in the blinkers towards the left of the picture. They're followed by Saxophone. Behind Saxophone is Jock's Cross, and they're followed by Foxchapel King, and then Northern Sound. Commanche Court is next, then Gillen Cove and Native Estates, and then Red Marauder, Irish Light and Feathered Leader as they come towards fence number 11. And it's Lancastrian Jet from Roundwood in second. In third place is Edmund. Then there's a gap back to Saxophone in 4. Then comes Jock's Cross, Northern Sound, Foxchapel King, then Commanche Court getting a bit closer ahead of Feathered Leader, and they're followed by Red Marauder and Irish Light as they come up to pass the stands, the halfway stage in the Irish Grand National, and the leader Lancastrian Jet from Roundwood. Edmund getting reminders in third, Saxophone travels well in 4, Northern Sound 5, Foxchapel King 6, Gillen Cove 7, Jock's Cross is 8, 9 is Golden Drum, and 10 Red Marauder, 11 Ardnett Taggle, then Feathered Leader Commanche Court. Behind these is Irish Light with Native Estates. Axo is back in the field as they start the climb now, taking them towards fence number 13, and Lancastrian Jet, who's made most, leading from Roundwood in second, 3 lengths away Edmund, then Northern Sound. They're followed by Foxchapel King on the outside of Jock's Cross, and then Saxophone, and behind Saxophone is Golden Drum, and then Commanche Court, Feathered Leader on the inside. Then comes Gillen Cove with Avanti Express, and then Red Marauder, Ardnett Taggle, Irish Light, Hollybank Buck, Native Estates, Rosa Picardy, Axo, Blue Irish, Native Status, and Bobby Joe brings up the rear as they go over the 14th, another open ditch, and Jock's Cross, who made a series of mistakes, has finally paid the penalty. He's out of it. Brian Crowley quickly on his feet. The horse is okay. They race now towards the top of the hill, and this is fence number 15, Lancastrian Jet, the leader. Edmund is second, Saxophone is third. And there, Saxophone, a bit of a mistake. Roundwood is next. Foxchapel King is close enough. They're followed by Golden Drum, who's improved as they reach the top of the hill now and turn. They've 9 more fences to jump. Bobby Joe has been pulled up at the tail of the field. Bobby Joe out of the race as they go towards the 9th from home. Roundwood jumps up to join Lancastrian Jet. Edmund is next with Saxophone. Foxchapel King just behind them. Bobby Joe, winner 2 years ago, the entry hero last year, but no joy today for the Carberry Star as they run down the hill. Lancastrian Jet getting reminders. Roundwood on the inside. Edmund, Saxophone just behind them, and then comes Foxchapel King, and Edmund makes quite a bad mistake at that fence as they race now towards the final open ditch. Axo struggling at the back of the field, but up front it is Roundwood, the leader. Roundwood, a bit awkward, leads there from Foxchapel King, who's gone second. Golden Drum has moved into third. Edmund is just behind them with Saxophone, and as they Ardna Taggle running a big race. Commanche Court also coming there nicely, and just behind these is Irish Light. Avanti Express also improves. They run down now towards 6 from home, and it's Roundwood the leader, followed by Foxchapel King in second, and third place is Golden Drum. Just behind these, Edmund, and then comes Commanche Court and Saxophone. Golden Drum, a slight mistake there, but it's Roundwood chased by Foxchapel King, and they're chased by Golden Drum. Comanche Court in 4, then Edmund, Saxophone, Avanti Express just behind these, then Irish Light, Northern Sound, Feathered Leader, Gillen Cove, a gap to Roses of Picardy and Native Estates, and they're followed by Red Marauder, clear of Hollybank Buck and Blue Irish as they come towards the 5th from home now. Roundwood is the leader, over in front, followed by Foxchapel King. Ardna Taggle running a blinder, Saxophone out wide, Golden Drum just behind them on the inside, Comanche Court right behind them, Avanti Express going nicely, Irish Light coming there on the outside, coming towards the 4th last, a wide open Irish National, Foxchapel King, Irish Light on the outside, Saxophone, Ardna Taggle just behind them, and as they race on now towards the home turn, Foxchapel King and Shea Barry raise the tempo and go a few lengths clear. Comanche Court of either goes second, Northern Sound is third, and they're followed in 4th by Irish Light, and behind these Ardna Taggle as they race towards the 3rd last in the Irish National. Foxchapel King, Comanche Court looming in second, 3 out. Foxchapel King, Comanche Court, a gap to Northern Sound, Irish Light and Feathered Leader as they run now towards the 2nd last in the Irish National. Foxchapel King from Comanche Court on the near side, Saxophone's being pulled up. Foxchapel King a mistake, Comanche Court lands just in front. Foxchapel King in second, and they're clear of Northern Sound as they race towards the final fence in the Irish National. Comanche Court from Foxchapel King at the last. Comanche Court is over the last from Foxchapel King. Another mistake, and it's Comanche Court. It's going to be a national double for the Walshes as they race the line. Comanche Court, driven out by Ruby Walsh, wins the Parsco Label Irish National. 7 to 8 lengths. Foxchapel King is second, Irish Light is third, and it's close for 4th. Gillen Cove possibly just ahead of Northern Sound, and they're clear of Feathered Leader. Golden Drum is the nearest of the English challengers ahead of Ardna Taggle, Avanti Express, and they're followed in by Red Marauder and Roundwood. Lancastrian Jet pulled up, so was Blue Irish, Native Status, Edmund, Native Estates, Hollybank Buck and Axo. They were all pulled up, but Comanche Court has won it. Ruby Walsh, the hero at 8.
Well, Tony O'Hare calling him home. Ruby Walsh, another triumph for Father Ted. A maiden over fences wins the Irish National. Well, Ted will have something to say about that, and an ecstatic Walsh family. Ruby's brother Ted embracing him, and this will be a hugely popular win. He's been travelling ominously well from a long way out. Foxchapel King, Shea Barry makes his bid for home, a fair way out. And look at Ruby Walsh, he sneaks through up the inner, he's not going to lose anything, and you watch him, he's stalking Foxchapel King all the way from here on in, and he pulls those goggles down. It's going to mean business. It's a question of when he can pick him up. And Foxchapel King, he's getting a bit tired, he's jumping, it's all right there, but it doesn't hold up from now on in. From those coming from the back, Gillen Cove ran on well to be 4th, and Foxchapel King coming to the end of this tether, and Ruby Walsh, Comanche Court, they're full of running still at the end of this 3 miles 5. It's a question of getting the jump. He does get the jump. Foxchapel King makes a bad blunder, and a national double of extraordinary proportions is on the cards. It's just a question now of home and host. Running down to the last, Ruby can probably scarce believe his luck. A wonderful jump, a stamina-packed jump at the end of this long trip. Ruby rides him out to score An extraordinary, famous and popular family double for father and son at Aintree and at Fairyhouse.